I just gotta get one or two things ready to go, and then we'll start this stream for really reals. Oh, also, monetization is turned off. I don't actually know what that means. Like, why it keeps doing that? It's just... Is that like actual ad breaks during the middle of the video? Oh yeah, I don't want that. Can we just like put in the little overlay ads? Like, that would be slick. Hit save on that. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna mute my mic because I'm gonna take my headset off and we're gonna get ready. Okay, we are basically ready. As for like direct comic book purchases, it's kind of a... Camera looks a little off. And I'm not sure that helped. As for direct comic book purchases at the store, man, I didn't get that much. Let me kill this music. I actually have new music, but I'm not sure what I want to play here. Like, I got a bunch of different things to select from here, and I'm not sure which one. Oh, this one's called Superheroes. Maybe this will work out well, because I bought a royalty-free music pack, so I should be able to play this stuff. Maybe it's cool. I've only checked out like one of these soundtracks so far. Tech 9, hey, Mr. Ninja Weasel. Let me get that going. Whoa, that's like kind of epic. Alright, let me get this stream starting soon text off of here. So we'll just let this music play and see how it goes. But it's royalty-free music. I have a license to it, so I can use it for this or whatever other deranged purpose my sick mind can conjure up. How you doing, Mr. Ninja? Mr. Weasel, Mr. Ninja Weasel, if that is your real name, and I mean, it probably is. Let me turn this down just a notch, I think. That might have went too far. Maybe about there? How's it sound right now, Ninja? Like, does it sound okay? Should I make the music louder, softer? Like, we're in uncharted waters here with the Endless Space soundtrack. Excellent soundtrack, Amplitude Studios. They say you can use it for stuff. But you know, I knew what I was dealing with that soundtrack. I don't know about this soundtrack. It looks fine. Maybe a little soft on my levels on my left monitor right now. Is he even still out there? Has Ninja Weasel abandoned me? Only... I was going to say only the Shadow knows for sure, but then this isn't a Shadow comic, so... Only the Blood Syndicate. Hasta la vista, Tech 9. Yeah, they're going to take out Tech Neener. I don't know, man. This was just like right there in the 50-cent bin stack, and I'm like, I don't know what Blood Syndicate is, but this sounds kind of cool. Oh, that was kind of like an epic little boom thing. This is way too action-packed just to be talking about comic books, man. This makes me want to go, like, run and chase down somebody to beat them up. Wow. Yeah, maybe Space Church music was the right place to be. A bunch of noises. Okay. Well, now we at least know he's got a bunch of other noises. And we can all feel... Did you... Oh, there we go. This one's titled Aeon. I think I'm going to turn it back up a notch. It looks kind of low. Maybe right there. That looks like that looks good. I know I'm judging sound by the way it looks, but hey, nobody's perfect. So let's get to the books. So, I only went to Graham Cracker Comics today. And as is customary at Graham Crackers, you get 3 books out of the 50-cent bin for free. And that's actually the one that caught my eye. I vaguely remember reading, like a decade ago, like one issue of this. And as you may know, I have a soft spot for Dan Abnett, so I grabbed it. I didn't even flip it open, but that's some kind of cool looking stuff going on here. Dude is apparently getting into a fight with a bunch of minotaurs. I'm not sure how that's going to work out for him. Super actiony music. Holy moly. Anyway, that was just the first book I picked up. And right behind it was Blood Syndicate. Hasta la vista, Tech 9. Why somebody's killing Tech Neener, I'm not really sure, but apparently somebody is. Man, the coloring in this actually looks a lot like a Valiant book from the early 90s. August 93. I wonder if I looked up what Michelle Wrightson has worked on, if she's worked on Valiant books. Because, like, over here, this definitely looks like the way a Valiant book would look. It's a fairly distinctive... Yeah, this totally looks like a Valiant book from the same time period. Whoa! Look at this dude right here! He's ginormous, man! Why is it every, like, group in comics has to have, like, the one big guy? Pro tip, it's so they don't have to draw the background so much. And then there's just an explosion on the other page, which I can always appreciate a good explosion, even if we're killing Tech 9. And apparently we're just kind of going with a gang kind of theme or something here. Blue Beetle Gang War. 75 cents. This was probably a mid-late 80s book, guest starring The Question. Yeah, you can see The Question right there. I don't actually remember Vic's hands glowing, Vic Sage, but, you know, he is a top-tier martial artist, so he can have glowy hands if he wants to. He looks cool when he's just straight up wearing a suit, though, like an old-school detective. Hey, laser tag! Laser tag game kit. Oh my gosh. The laser tag game kit comes with 1 starlight, 1 star sensor, and 1 star belt. I had no idea that's what those things were called. I thought it was like the gun and the sensor. What's a star belt? Oh, is that the thing you put the sensor on? Okay. And the cartoon. Don't forget the laser tag cartoon, my friends. Alright. So there's our nostalgia trip. I also stopped at a St. Vincent de Paul, and I like to pop in there once in a while and look at comic books. And their comics are always cheap. They're just like $1 a pop, which, I mean, we're not talking like a book that's in the best possible shape here. I never did beat Curse of Darkness, by the way. Castlevania in 3D, even that far removed from the N64 Castlevanias, still didn't really resonate with me. Castlevania very much feels like a 2D kind of game in my estimation. Which is weird because I watch people play Bloodborne, and Bloodborne feels like it should be, well, it feels like a harder version of what a 3D Castlevania should be like. But I remember Curse of Darkness having a lot of platforming that was 3D jumping, and it wasn't fun. Kind of 3D jumping. I've almost got the folds worked out here. There we go. Now, maybe I get lucky and that fold stays. You know what, we can just put something on it. Hey, Shawn Michaels, my man. You want to just come over here and kind of lay on the book for me there for a minute? We'll throw that guy in a bag so he doesn't have that problem here. And then another issue of Fables. So, 2 issues of Fables. I have read some Fables. I particularly like Jack of Fables. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember liking it because that guy is just a jerk. But Fables was really cool from what I remember reading. Had some nice looking art. Very classy. And the storylines were always these crazy things involving, you know, all these, well, characters from Fables. Weird how that works. And this crease right there, that you might see, that is 100% my fault. The book was not like that when I bought it. I accidentally dropped it after I got it home. So that one's on me. That one is on me, not the previous owner. You got to own up to your mistakes. Alright, so that was the 50-cent bin stuff from Graham Crackers. That was also the 2 books I got from a thrift store. Now, well, what's playing now? This is called Bone Breaker. It's just like this super low ambient thing right now. It's probably going to explode and get really loud in a second. Oh, there's a horn. This is definitely something that's trying to build up to be something else. Alright. Well, anyway. I think we're channeling Batman with this one. Which is funny, because... look! It's a Batman! I still gotta read other... like, I've got one of these that's just been sitting there in my box. I think it's Nightfall. It's just been sitting there waiting for me to read it for like a year now. I just can't bring myself to read it. So that's the first book. I only got 3 books on my pull list today. This is one of them. I haven't opened it up. I don't know anything about it. Except that it's a Tales from the Dark Multiverse story about Flashpoint. Which, Flashpoint is kind of an interesting universe. Because it was all about, like, what if the Flash something and never existed, and now the whole universe is in disarray. And it looks like Professor Zoom is our character here that's doing all the shenanigans. I don't know. I don't actually remember the plotline to Flashpoint. But I did like the, who Batman was in that universe. I thought that was a pretty clever reversal from the, norm of the DC universe. Like, a lot of Elseworld stories, they kind of make dumb things, you know, to be controversial. I mean, everybody likes... oh, let's gin up some controversy here. It's normal. It happens. But, I did like the fact that, Thomas Wayne was the Batman. That felt really clever to me. Maybe it shouldn't have. But it totally did. This is Dark Rider playing right now. Alright. Cool deal. We're gonna look at this one, then we'll come back to Alien. And then, don't worry, we're not done. This isn't like a 10-minute stream. We got stuff happening, bro. I promise. I promise you. Dark Knight's Death Metal. The last stories of the DC Universe. As titles for spin-off books go, this one seems kind of lame, like if I'm honest. And I'm not really sure if this really is like a last story or if it's just part of the ongoing narrative. I'm not really sure. I guess I'll have to read it to find out. Or we're skipping like 20 years in the future or something? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on in any of these shots. Oh man, that's an old school Superman look. That is a very old school Superman look. Alright, well, I don't know what to think about that one. We're just going to set that book aside. Hey, it is a Dark Admiral March Hare. Hello, Dark Admiral March Hare. Is it true that you really are a Dark Admiral? Like, is that some rank in the Imperial Navy? Is that like to the side of like a Grand Admiral? Like, how does that work? I don't know. But I know how this works. It works with aliens. I love it. The warning klaxon on literally every panel. That feels so like we know that it's going wee, right? Like we know, but they're making it explicit, and that feels so obvious that it strikes me as being actually kind of clever. What a page to open up to. See, I think their plan from the last book was to like lure the alien onto the shuttle and then blow the shuttle up. I think that was their secret evil plan to destroy the alien. I don't necessarily remember for sure. I'm sure I'll remember as I'm like reading it, but today is not the day where I have already read it. No. That was a month ago. Probably to the day that I read the book. So the fact that I don't remember it seems kinda okay to me, if you know what I'm talking about. I gotta do some clicks real quick. Let me take care of that. Somebody offered to mail me a bunch of comic books. So I was like, how much you want? He's like, they're free. Please just take them from me. So I'm like, okay. You know, I thought I'd at least have to pay for shipping or something, but that does not seem to be the case. So that's a pretty cool deal. Just like, I want them to go to a good home. And I reckon, you know, with all the books I have in the floor, oh my gosh. I reckon with all the books I have in the floor that I must have a good comic book home. Well, they do blow something up. Whether it's got the alien on it or not, I don't know, because we just kind of... That was weird. Oh, this page won't... It's, Can I somehow show this? Hold on, let me get my camera where I can actually see what I'm doing. Picked up Lords of Misery one-shot and some dollar bin books for a coworker's son. A couple for yourself. That's pretty cool. It doesn't want to open. It's pinched or something in the middle. So the page is buckled outward. I'm going to put my fingers here and then kind of lift it up, and you can see just how much buckling I'm talking about. Like, that is the sway of the book in the middle. So is this like a second month in a row where I've gotten a comic book whose pages were bound wrong? That seems weird. That seems weird to me, man. I know they're printing like 10,000 copies of something, but your quality control is supposed to check, like, are pages laying correctly? Did the staples go into the right places? Kind of stuff. Lords of Misery, huh? I don't think I've heard of that. Excuse me. Lords of Misery. Oh, this looks like, what was that book? The Goon? Looks like the same art as The Goon. I've never read that. Is that any good? I have no idea. Is that the last track on the list? Oh no, here we go. This one's just titled Fire. Okay. Well, I hope Lords of Misery is pretty cool. I'm going to put together a bag and board real quick for that one book that's got the bent up corner. Just because I want to... Actually, I'll make up two. For the two books that I got at the thrift store that were damaged. And we can hopefully let gravity, let the forces of nature help us slowly straighten those bins out of the paper. It's from Albatross, a Goon spin-off. Okay. That would certainly explain the color, or the way the art looked. Because I glanced at like the cover. People tell me that the Goon is pretty good. But I totally have to beg forgiveness because I ain't ever read it, man. I ain't ever read that book in my life. Alright. So, the fold in this is 100% my fault for dropping the book. Fortunately, like, only the cover seems to have sustained that. The interior page didn't pick up the fold because it's different paper stock. It doesn't crease as easily as the cover, I guess. So we'll just, boop, there we go. And that fold will probably never go away, and that's okay. This is the one I was more concerned with back here. I just don't want it to burr all the pages out, you know? So we got it kind of straightened out. Let me slide that on in here. There we go. Oh, no. Get off of that. Stupid sticky strips. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and add these to the I need to process them stack. And you guys can just hang out somewhere, I guess. How about right here? Just hang out here because I got more stuff. I went to Five Below, which is something friends should never let friends do. And I'm trying to see how to get into this. It looks like they heat sealed it on the front, but or actually that'd be the back. But $4 for a couple random comic books, and some of it looked like some cool stuff. I kind of bought the whole stack. So as soon as I find my scissors, we'll start cracking these open. Because I don't think I can pull it apart. It looks like they heat shrink wrapped it, or like heat sealed it. Ties in with Le Diable. Oh, hey, that is another book I did not check out. Because I didn't know what it was. Absolutely did not know what Le Diable was. And hey, if you're out there hanging out right now, be sure to go ahead and give me that sweet for the like, you know? That would be most excellent of you. To avoid triggering Ninja Weasel, I will probably cut these off camera. Because he like can't stand the way I open stuff. Let's see. I'm looking for the best way to get in it. I could cut down the side. Here's where they've the fold is that they've heat sealed. Yeah, it's heat sealed right to the edge, so I can't like do a lift and cut under that or something. So I think we really do just need to cut down the side. There's not enough room at the top or the bottom to get a safe cut in. Le Diable was good. You give it a 4.5, presumably out of 5. That's a pretty good rating, my dude. This plastic does not want to cut with these scissors. These scissors are actually probably getting pretty dull. I've been using them for years. Okay, can I just tear with my finger the rest of the way? Well, until we got to the doubled up part, I could. Okay, live and learn. There we go. Not a clean cut, but a cut nonetheless. Let's pull that out. And it's a shame, man. I could have used these for something if I didn't have to destroy them like this. But there is totally no way to separate that. Oh, maybe there is. Oh, maybe I can. It feels like it's just... Oh, no, there it's tearing. I was going to say, it feels like it's just sealed with, like, tape. Yeah, okay, it tore over here. So it must actually really be heat sealed right there. Like his hillbilly stuff. Man, you're just talking about stuff I don't know anything about now. You're over there like mocking me, man. This one's even in a bag. Look at that. What'd they do? Just buy a bunch of back stock from a comic book store? Larfleeze #1? I think I remember reading this. Well, that's a hoot. Hey, wait a minute. Is this the one where, like, there were all the Supermen were, like, fighting Doomsday in, like, a parallel universe or something? Nope. Nope, this isn't what I thought it was. Okay, well, that's a shame. So we got, like, some new 52 kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to reading that one. And then this Azrael from 1996. Ninja Weasel will probably like that one. Azrael #20. We'll just stack everything up over here. Oh, nah, just sharing some indie suggestions. Yeah, I get you, man. Yeah, I don't think I can safely, like, open these up in a neat way. So we'll just continue. Oi, this one's got a book that's, like, bagged and boarded in it. Look at that. Well, you couldn't look at it because I literally moved it at the point where I said look at that. But up until that moment in time, you could, in fact, look at it. These kind of packs are great, man. Especially if you can control what goes into them. And you're not just giving kids, like, absolute trash. I just lost a piece of plastic. It went flying off somewhere. There it is. Found it. Renegade plastic, man. What the heck is Azrael fighting? The Final Rage. Let's find out. Molten lava still gushes from the volcano, spreading a blight of destruction that will eventually claim the entire island. I may only have minutes or seconds. I may already be too late. You know, I'm just gonna guess this is like some Order of Saint Dumas stuff he's up to. Apparently he's that guy's brother. Okay, this guy's got like a Lex Luthor complex. So apparently he was a creature made by a mad scientist. I'm not really sure what's going on here, Ninja. But Azrael totally got cold cocked on the back of the head. So much for being like the golden boy of the Order of Saint Dumas, you nerd. I don't know why I'm taunting Azrael, but he's a nerd. Alright, I'm gonna slip the blade up the side of this and hopefully not nick anything important. Wow, this plastic just does not want to cut. I need to get new scissors. That is the only possible conclusion. Also, that dude in there, like, and could do credible battle with you. Who talks like that, dude? Like, seriously, I know you're a mad scientist, and he's like a crazy warrior priest, but come on. Who talks like that? Nobody. That's who. Man, I'm going to be collecting a lot of these little things. How about one in my book? It'd be cool. What do we got? We got Man-Bat #4 from September 06. Why does Man-Bat have his own book? Kind of like the art, though. That's some like creepy looking stuff right there. Sovereign 7, number 20. I don't think I have that one. I got some of these. I got them at a thrift store. This is also too big of a bag. This is like a Silver Age bag. So I'll transplant this to a better size bag for it. Ha! This really did just come from some comic book store stock, man. So whoever their supplier is got a hold of all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Spanner's Galaxy. Number 1. I've never heard of this. It's apparently a 6-part miniseries, though. So it's got that going for it. And this first issue is titled Castling. You know, I had to show my nephew, I had to explain castling to him. Right before I used it on him. And that was the day I beat him at chess again. And Superman Unchained, New 52, number 4. Got some fighting going on. Looks like it should be a fun book. Hey! Check it out! We got another one of those. It's number 3. Oh! Wouldn't that be super sick if I got the whole miniseries out of these? Because I got a huge stack of these things over here. Let me try to get this over here so you can... Oh my gosh! See just how many of these things I bought. Like, I totally went crazy. I bought the whole bloody dang stack they had in the store. And it'd be cool if I could pick up this whole series. That would make me giddy. Not because I think the series is like the greatness or anything like that, but just getting a complete run of something at random is so implausible that it's fantastic. Yeah, this is like $90 worth of these things. There's 20 something of them, I think, when I rang it up. Man, this plastic does not want to tear. We will continue delicately cutting as far away from the books as possible. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't say mini-series, it says maxi series. Anyway, this is why I don't go to Five Below. Because when I go to Five Below, I end up buying a whole bunch of junk that I don't need, and I regret it immediately. I regretted it as soon as I walked out of the dang store. Here's a Spanner's Galaxy number 3. Whoa! Those are some weird eyes. She's probably an alien, though, so it's okay. Blue Beetle number 12. That's pretty old school, man. Look at the collar he's rocking. Oh, yeah. This came out when Watchmen was out. That's dope. Time Masters. Number 1 of 8. So it's like Rip Hunter, or whatever his name is, in this. I don't actually remember what he looks like, so... Who knows? We got some crazy history stuff on some pages. And on this side, Action Comics number 6 from the New 52. Or Action Comics number 52. Okay, I don't actually know what number this is. Action Comics 52, July 2016. Okay, so there we go. There really is just a complete grab bag of stuff. And the next stack I'm going to show you is the one that was on top. The one that drew my eye. And if Ninja Weasel is watching, I'm sure he will immediately see why my eye was drawn over here. And probably why I ended up spending a whole bunch of money I didn't need to spend and can't really afford to spend, but I spent anyway. Yep, they got me with Nightfall. It's a true fact. You can Wikipedia that. Let's see, this song you just played was called Superheroes of the Apocalypse Age. And now Takeover is playing. Okay. Alright, let's delicately open up this so we can get to this Batman book. Come on, baby, come on. We're almost there. Just cut. Come on. This one was bundled up a little more strictly than some of the other ones. There we go. So anyway, I saw this Batman. I mean, it's just Nightfall. It's nothing like super rare, but it's one I didn't have already. There we go. There was like extra tape on this one or something. And I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I guess you got me there. Because I ain't got this one. It's in okay shape, a little wear, it's been read. A human being has touched this book, which that doesn't really offend me. Double Dragon 3, man, I'm terrible at that game. Please do not open the bagged comics. The Kents, number 3 of 12. Really? Anima, number 12, guest starring Hawkeye. I would have guessed it was a Hawkeye book from the way the cover looked. I guess that's Anima? I've never heard of this character before. Whoever was selling this at a yard sale was trying to sell it for $1. It's probably not even worth $1. Let's be honest. It's like a bodyguard for your bike. Kryptonite! Oh, hold on! Ah! Oh, the lock! It's too much! The lock is too much for Superman! Oh! Oh! Oh, sorry. Sorry. I went somewhere. I apologize. Martian Manhunter, number 2 of 6. 2 of 8. He can never keep a book down on his own, can he? Honestly, I don't know why DC doesn't take advantage of all those kind of edge characters and just go back to having like an old school anthology series where they rotate. You know, you have like The Question, The Martian Manhunter, and every week or every month you have a new book out with like 3 different stories in them for those characters, just to keep them in circulation, try to build a fan base and that kind of stuff. Not everything has to be like Batman where you have 17 monthly ongoing titles. I don't know, man. Never heard of it. That one I've heard of, though. Comic Book Super Value Pack, up to $20 value. 4 different comics. Some PG-13. Well, if you're including modern comics in here, I think that's kind of like the default. Is straight up like, this book is going to be PG-13. Unless it's just a book where they sit down and they like, you know, eat like pastries and visit a coffee shop. That might only be rated like G, but that is surprisingly a rather large part of the modern comic book industry too, so sorry, I just dropped the little slip here. I'm going to take this one. This one's not really bent up, and I'm going to just tuck it over here in my journal so I'll remember to stick that in there later as a little memento of that time I spent too much money. Robin number 0, and it's got yeah, that's silvered paint or silvered ink. Ooh, I see some drama. Looks like a pretty cool book, actually. I'm really digging some of the art in this thing. A guy drinking milk, okay. Hawkman and what is... I guess this is actually just Hawkman number 8. Let me see. Post 2000 DC, it'll be in the back. Hawkman number 8, yeah, so it's just guest starring the Atom. Wow. The waiter dude here. Look at that look he's got, man. That's weird. Like, gee, why is this even a I don't know. Some of these books, they can be like that. Oh boy. Legion of Superheroes, man. They are... That is a group of characters that I think has been the worst treated characters at DC. I'm not even a fan. Robin is written by Dixon. Let me double check. Yes, sir. You are correct, Dark Admiral Marcher. It is written by Chuck Dixon. But Legion of Superheroes, man, like, I don't think DC knows what to do with them. And I don't think they've known for 20 years. June 2008. And haven't they been retconned like... Oh my gosh, this looks... They've been retconned like 17 different ways, too, since the 80s. It's supposed to be a good run. Oh, I'm sure it's a good run, man. I've got, Let me disconnect my headset. Oh, I've got some Chuck Dixon Robin in a collected edition, and I'm sorry if the fan's blowing in the microphone. I'm trying to see where that's at. It's over here on my bookshelf somewhere. No, that's a Chuck Dixon children's book, or children's Batman book. It's actually a pretty good book. Robin must be behind my globe. Or not? I thought it had an orange spine. Is it? No, that's a Wildstorm book. Okay, that's weird. I would have sworn that was over here, but I can't find it now. Anyway, I totally got like some books, a collected edition of some of that stuff somewhere. Not sure why it's not over here where I thought it was. Let's see. I bought it when I bought this Mr. Miracle. Let's see. It's got the Dreaming. Oh, was it this one maybe? No, that's the Chicago Typewriter. Oh, here it is. Robin, A Hero Reborn. It had a yellow spine, not orange. So I'm pretty sure that this has like some of the stuff that's in that Robin run in it. And I remember digging this a lot. Look, I only paid $1 for it, man. I bought this at a junk store. A dang old junk store. Not even a comic book store, man. Not even like a second chance retailer store like this stuff. Just, this is a junk store. We have some stuff. I have read some of the Dixon Birds of Prey stuff. That's pretty good. I'm going to crack this open. I don't know what I'm in for here, but I see Doug Monk on the cover. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. This looks crazy. I'm sure I'll read it and go, boy, that was crazy. We got to keep going, man. We got so many of these things to crack open. That looks dumb. Well, let's just crack this open and find out if it's as dumb as it looks. Ooh, that one cut easy. There we go. The Legend of the Man Called Hood. Who is Hood? I don't know. It can't be the Black Hood. That's a different character. He's just Hood. I guess that's him back there. With a knife? What kind of hero runs around with a knife stabbing people? Aside from the Punisher. Punisher can run around with a knife and stab anybody he wants because he's the Punisher. You gonna tell him no? I think not. I think get my headset plugged back in before it starts beeping at me. There we go. Alright, so we got this thing. I don't know that this looks particularly interesting. Oh my gosh, they're doing that. We're splitting the panels across pages for no reason thing. Looks very indie. Ooh, Tales of the Legion of Superheroes Annual number 4. In the shadows of the night, a killer's on a rampage. Ooh. And he's out for Legion blood. Sounds kind of fun. Yeah, okay, that's not actually doing anything for me. Alright, moving on. Gotta go. Hey man, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Dark Admiral March Hare, if that is your real name, and it probably is, because I've never heard anybody call you anything else. The Sons of Trigon. Well, that looks like there's some hypnotism going on up here in the left. Cool. What do we got? Superboy 86. This is the one I kind of cringed at when I saw it, because that looks dumb. Alright. Let's keep going, baby. They ain't no getting off of this train we on. Come on. There we go. Azrael, Agent of the Bat by Dennis O'Neil. Prophet, part 1 of 3. I mean, that looks like a Dracula comic, I'm not gonna lie. That does not look like a Dracula comic, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it kind of failed me once I opened it up. Gotham Underground, I've never even heard of this. But I flipped it open and randomly there was an explosion, so how bad could it be? Whoa, cool. No Future, Legion of Superheroes 84. Alright, we'll just, it's in a bag, we're just going to flip it on over. Justice League Dark from the new 52. Okay, cool. The Rage of... You know what? I think they used that same title in the current Justice League Dark run. Hey! I got one of these somewhere. I don't know anything about Nathaniel Dusk, but I got one of those somewhere. Alright, let's see if I can get into this. This one looks a little persnickety. It's weird. It's like somebody's manually sealing these up or something, instead of a machine doing it, because they're all a little bit different in the way they're sealed. I am so going to have to get new scissors. These scissors are just not hacking it. So anyway, I got this music stuff going, and there's enough of these albums that we can listen to something different every week for like half the year. So that might be kind of cool. Mix it up a little bit, keep it fresh. I know while Space Church was kind of a fun, at least for me, like meme, not everybody was probably as into listening to that same music every week. It really was pretty good, though. Alright, I got Emerald Dawn 2, number 1. Let's make it confusing. It's in a bag, too, so we'll just go ahead and move that up here. Legends of the DC Universe 38. The Tragedy of the Traitor, part 2 of 2. Ho-ho! 90s. I better move the stack over so I got room for, you know, more books to go, because otherwise we'd be hitting the camera pretty soon, and that would be kind of lame. I don't think I've ever read this before. I mean, Green Lantern's not really my thing anyway. How to Write with a Candy Bar. Hey! Oh, wait, it's that same issue 1 again. Dag nabbit. He is the Power Lord. Cool. And that's at Nathaniel Desk number 1. Very, like, indie looking here. Very sketchy. Trying to capture the mood and the motion rather than hyper accuracy. Lord, how many of these did I buy? I've done myself a heckin' in dog terms. The Final Days of Superman. Okay. Let's get in here and see what we got. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we got in here. So I see at least one name that I know is pretty good on the cover here. Tomasi. Let's crack it open. It's got a little spine roll. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I don't know what's going on unless that's like Superman 1 million, but kind of cool. Electric bikes that look like choppers. Okay. Legion of Superheroes from 05. Mask! Dude! And Justice League America, number 87. From mid-90s, since NBA Jam's there. So it'd be like mid-late 90s, or early mid-90s, like 93 or something. Man, I got my copy of NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo as a present, and it was purchased, I believe, at an Aldi grocery store. Go figure. Like, Aldis are weird, man. I don't know if you've got one wherever you're living, but they just have stuff. And sometimes it's weird stuff. I got a Johnny Cash record from an Aldi's. I'm not kidding, I do. It was a Christmas present. Convergence, Green Arrow. Was that even any good? I don't mean the book, I mean the TV. Never mind. The Green Arrow book's not really doing a whole lot for me. We're just going to keep moving. Justice League Europe. I got a couple of these. I didn't like the art in the ones I got. But this looks like a different art style. Tales of the Legion of Superheroes. $1. Look at that. He's back. Oh. Honestly, that's kind of a letdown. I got really, really hopeful I was going to flip this open and there'd be a shadow book here. And instead, it's Infinity Inc. with the new Wildcat. I guess, what's the old one's name? Ted Grant? I guess he was getting a little old at that point, huh? Dude, I gotta crack this open, man. This looks serious. Come on, cut the paper, cut the plastic. Let's go. Don't cut the paper, though. Just the plastic. Alright. Let's see what we got in here. Dude. This is like some heavy-duty stuff, man. We got a bad guy going around beating people up, and somebody's getting trapped in a burning building, and oh, at last, the scene from the cover. Cool. That looks like that'll be a fun read. Honestly, this character, I don't understand it, except that he's like Blue Steel from City Heroes. Ooh. 4 months until Infinite Crisis. Day of Vengeance. Number 3. The Spectre decrees all magic must die. And that includes Shazam. Dude. I don't know what they've done to... I think that's Commissioner Gordon. No, that must be Gordon. I don't know who this is. I don't know what they've done to him. But he's got a laser show sprouting out of him. That can't be healthy. Teen Titans. Keebler Company presents. All proceeds in this issue. Oh, hey, cool. You know, that's a guy who, I mean, if you got a junkie carrying somebody who's on drugs, like, oh, we're reaching new levels of DC here. Seriously, Green Arrow, did you not realize that Nick, like, naming your sidekick Speedy might be kind of foreshadowing his future there? I mean, I'm not an expert in superhero naming. Who am I kidding? I'm an expert in superhero naming. But that one kind of just asking for trouble when he's not a speedster. Like, maybe if the dude had been a speedster, it would have been okay. Like, Kid Flash should have been named Speedy. And Green Arrow, your sidekick, should be named, like, Little Arrow. Done. Teen Arrow. Oh, Kid Arrow. Let's see what's going on in here. Yeah, okay, moving on. We already got one of these, and it was in a plastic bag. Just League International 68, okay. We got Slug People getting ready to hit some salt. Dude, they're hardcore. And that's Robin Anarchy, or I guess it's just Robin 182 from 2009. Never read it. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Now we're talking. Batman. Somewhere, Bat Metal intensifies. There we go. Some more sweet, sweet Chuck Dixon. I've read some of these books, but not all of them. So this will be a treat. Hey, I got a couple Amethyst books. They're actually a lot of fun. Art, or Iraq, Son of Somebody. Okay. Cool. Atari Force. Oh, baby. Now we're talking. Now we're talking with comics. What else I got? Jeez, we're only like halfway through this ridiculous pile of books. They just keep coming. That's definitely what she said. I mean, what? I didn't say that. That must have been Ninja Weasel bleeding into my stream from wherever he's at. He's also probably watching somebody on Twitch right now, which is okay. Your support is appreciated. Honestly, it is. Like, I appreciate the fact that you all choose to hang out with me, spend a little time with me. It's very deaf, very cool. Superman Lies. I was about to be like, there's a lot of just talking in here, and then suddenly I got to this, and we got like crazy monster punching. Cool. Hey, we got a like sturdy piece of cardboard back here. New 52 Talon number 0. I've never heard of this guy. And intensifying Wintermint leads to Action Comics Convergence number 1. So is this actually an Action Comics number 1, or is this like Convergence : Action Comics number 1? I'm trying to find out. Convergence Action Comics 1. There we go. 2015. All right. I'm not really familiar with DC from that particular era. Hey, this looks pretty cool. I dig it, man. They make a pretty good couple, I think. Hey, it's a book made just for Ninja Weasel, starring Lobo. How can it go wrong? Don't answer that. Don't answer that one. So it's actually the Demon number 13, but it's got Lobo in it. I'm not sure how that fight would actually go. I mean, Zarnians are kind of broken, but Etrigan is also kind of broken, so I reckon they just have a fight, and it's cool. Let's open up randomly and see what happens. How about here? Yeah, pretty much. There's a fight, and things are being blown up. Hey! Rob Liefeld, Hawk and Dove. That's pretty cool. I've never actually seen one of these in person before. This is what he did before he jumped over to Marvel and took over New Mutants. And, you know, started basically that whole crazy stuff over there. That's pretty cool. Oh man, I am super hype about these books now. Legends DC Universe 3D Gallery. We need 3D glasses. This does not look like it has the 3D glasses. We already got one of them. Let's keep going though, baby. They ain't no getting off of this train we on. To quote one of my favorite characters. His name's Barrett, Final Fantasy VII. Pretty sure that's his direct quote from the start when they're on the train going to the Mako reactor. Ain't no getting off of this train we on. It's a great sentiment because so often that kind of sentiment is entirely true. So we got a Forgotten Realms comic. That's kind of neat. You don't see that much. At least I don't, because I don't go looking for them. Dragon Reach Saga Conclusion. The Fall of Adam Strange. Who cares? I shouldn't say that, because somebody out there is going to... Hey, it's Clive Barker. Clive Barker presents Clive Barker and Clive Barker's The Nightbreed. That totally overshadowed whatever I'd opened the book up for. Let's see, we got Legionnaires, number 0. Got some silvered ink. That's kind of cool. It's always kind of cool when you see that. Dude, I remember that on TV. Hold on. Where's that ad at? This is from the late 90s. Like, okay, I don't think I ever actually watched Mantis, but I remember it being on. Oh, pretty cool. Black Canary, New Wings. Number 2. Well, that could be fun. Oh, I love this page layout. It's chaotic, but it fits because it's like a fight scene. I dig it. Because nothing says we're a team like all of us beating each other up in the first issue. Clive Barker's Nightbreed by Clive Barker. There you go. He knows, man. You know, Ninja Weasel was probably there at the publisher when they came up with it. Dial H for Hero. That's a thing I could never get into. It's like Marvel's Heroes for Hires. It never... Heroes for Hires? Heroes for Hire. The concept of the book, however it played out, just never actually worked for me. Oh, it won't, there we go. It was just kind of refusing to leave. This is actually a really new comic. This is just from a couple years ago. Although I think they relaunched it since then, didn't they? No, July 2019. What a fun panel to open up to. Conk! Hey, it's another Iraq or Iraq. I'm not sure how to pronounce that comic. Oh, this is a duplicate of that other Amethyst. Robin number 17. So, let me stack this stack up on top of the other stack. And then we'll start stack number 3 right here with this Robin. Some high stakes here, man. Somebody's going to fall off and break their neck. Ooh. I bet that's a good book. I like Steel. Because Steel is basically Lex Luthor, except he's not evil. You know, Luthor's always like, I have to one-up Superman. I have to beat the alien at being super. And Steel is the opposite. He's like, I'm inspired to go do great things. Conk A+. Yeah, up there with Gotti Slam. You are right. Also, weather stripping as a sound effect was pretty good. Wow. Pray you're not next on his list. What is... I guess the guy with the axe here is the Persuader. You know, who am I to argue? He can be named whatever he wants to be named. Oh man, we already got one of them. Green Lantern Corps number 6 from '07. I just kept flipping through pages and I just saw ads every time. But then I got to Final Fantasy V here for the GBA and I'm like, I should play Final Fantasy V. I was thinking of doing that on my Twitch. Starting with Final Fantasy 1 and just blazing my way up and do the versions I haven't played before, so like the GBA ports. Because I've played the original Final Fantasy, I played the NES Final Fantasy 2, and so on. I played them all on the original system. Emulated in some cases, because obviously I don't have, you know, I don't read Japanese, and I don't have a Japanese Famicom, so I couldn't really play Final Fantasy 2 in the original language, but you know what I mean. I'm not even going to open that. Or this. Or this. Or that. We've already got one of those. Okay. Hey, Checkmate! Now there's a name out of a comic title I haven't heard in a long time. I mean, I know the group exists and stuff, probably even in modern DC, but as the name of a comic book, I don't think I've heard that one in a while. Let's get into Robin 3 here. This looks pretty cool. The Cry of the Huntress, part 6 of 6. Chuck Dixon, Hey, I picked up Mystic Quest for $19.99. It was like an after Christmas sale at Babbage's, Louisville, Kentucky, I think. Dope. Oh, let's flip. So there's the Checkmate Invasion First Strike Extra looking cover, man. Oh, okay. I got one of those from when it came out like a year ago. Batman Superman 16? That's probably a good book. Hey, I was just complaining about The Shadow earlier. Check it out. And on the other side of the pack, we got Star Trek. Look at that face Guinan is making. She definitely does not want to be in the middle of this Klingon bar fight. Who can blame her? I wouldn't want to be in the middle of the Klingon bar fight. Of course, for the Klingons, it's just recreation, but, you know, for everybody else, it's a big mess to clean up. Come on. There we go. Thinkorswim. Okay, we'll flip like this. Hey, Batman Returns. Good movie. Cool. Hey, another Checkmate book. You know, somebody on each one of these Checkmate covers is just spraying and praying and hoping they kill somebody. Dead Man Under Glass in Action Comics Weekly. Okay. And then Star Trek book. Let's flip this open. I got a couple DC Star Trek books. There's a being called Q at work here. I bet, man, Ninja Weasel just now hates that book because it has Q in it. Hey! Challengers of the Unknown. DC has lots of just weird random characters that I don't think really fit as having like their own Siwan Khan. Yeah, man. Yeah. DC has so many weird little characters that don't really fit as somebody that should have their own book. I do like that they tend to bring them back once in a while, like this little mini-series here. But, like, was anybody out there actually clamoring for... What's wrong with his head? He looks like an eraser. Whoa, cool. Alright, well, we'll just set that aside. Death in the name of Gog. They did that, Another one? Really? Jeez. Y'all getting cheap throwing the free thing in here. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Only 25 cents. It's free. Take one, please. This is the last pack. Let's open it up. You know, my original plan before I bought entirely too many comics was I was going to do some bagging and boarding on stream, but honestly, man, I am not feeling bagging and boarding tonight. Which I really need to do because I literally just got 100 new comic books here. Like, I just got a short box worth of comics. And I don't want to do anything with them. The Search for Supergirl, Peter Tomasi. Oh, wow. It's one of my least favorite Supergirl costumes. But the art is really well rendered in this. I have no idea what's going on here. What do we got? GSA Classified, Wildcat Stargirl. Hey, I know somebody that is into Stargirl. I think I've actually read this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've read this one. This cover seems very familiar to me because it's all like Ted Grant is just in an alien space arena. Is there any other kind of alien arena? I guess there has to be, right? It's looking pretty good. Hey, countdown, baby, to the new 52. This was a crazy time in comics. I remember this. That was what, 2007? 2007. I was going to be like 2007, 2008. It's like 10 years ago. Day of Judgment, The Descent. Honestly, guys, you have too many miniseries and too many one-shots and too much just random stuff like that. You'd be better off with fewer of those kind of just random spin-offy things, but who am I to judge? And they just suckered me into paying for a bunch of it. So, they got that going for them. Man, you know, if you were a comic book publisher... Oh, do we actually hit the end of the soundtracks? Oh, nope. We got another one here. It's Takeover. Looks like we were about out of the soundtracks. Okay, that's pretty cool. But, like, imagine you're a comic book publisher, right? You get all this stuff, you sell it on the first run. What if you got into the business of reselling your own books and being your own secondary market? Like, that seems like that's got some business possibilities right there. Alternate kind of does that because they let people return books and then they sell the returned books to other stores. So they're trying to play like being the middleman to get the book from person A to B that wants it. Not quite the same thing though, because he's just exchanging product or refunding, so he's not actually making extra money by doing that. You know, he's not getting a premium out of the transaction. Unless he makes a little money on the shipping cost, which I doubt, because shipping is ridiculous. Hey, speaking of shipping, I did send a book to Brian Ball, so hopefully that gets there. I think it's at Saturday. That ought to be cool. That will kind of complete his collection, because he had a complete collection of Gen 13 now. Somebody got him all that stuff, which is super cool. But he didn't have the first appearance of Fairchild. And that's in Deathmate Black, I think, the Valiant Image Comics crossover. And I happen to have two of those. If you remember that stream that he was on with me back in September or something, when he got on here and he basically tried to get me banned off of YouTube by being a little too rambunctious. Somebody told us about that, and I was like, oh yeah, I got 2 of those. So I finally got around to shipping him one of them. So he gets a little Christmas present from me, even though he hates Christmas. And that's how friends roll. They look at the thing you hate, and then they make fun of you for it. And I think on that note, my friends, all of you out there, March Hare, Ninja Weasel, all the people I've seen coming in and hanging out for a few minutes and leaving, I appreciate it. I'm glad y'all came by. Much love to you. I'm going to bounce. Probably not going to stream on Twitch tonight unless Six just wants to. If he's available, maybe we'll go do some EU4 over there on Twitch, but I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice, so probably not. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. With dramatic music even. Super dramatic.